Hey everyone, Supercell Celeste here. Today's January 26th, and today's Friday, which means it's time to look at the weather pattern outlook over the next few weeks. Right here, you see on the screen is the 500 millibar height anomaly map from the GEFS model. It shows areas of ridging and troughing. The ridges are areas in orange and red, and the troughs are areas in blues and purples. This is looking down at the North Pole and looking at most of the northern hemisphere. This right now, this what you're seeing is valid for today. You could see the big ridge over much of the eastern United States and southeastern Canada, bringing all that warmer temperatures into the region. But what I want to show you is the reason why it's warm today, or these past days, is because we have a big trough over Greenland over here, you could see, and even some troughiness now developing over Alaska. Usually when you have a trough over Greenland or a trough over Alaska, and especially if you have both, you get warmer air into the United States and southern Canada, which is one major reason why the weather pattern has warmed up quite a bit over the past week. And I just want to go out in time into the future to see how this evolves and if this warmer pattern will end, and if we could go into a colder pattern by the middle of February. So going out in time into the future. Let's go. You could see the trough over Greenland continues and the trough over Alaska strengthens. This is going into Sunday and going into early next week. Yeah, you could see big trough over Greenland and now even a big trough over Alaska and the Gulf of Alaska. But now, as long as those two are there, we're going to continue seeing warm air into Canada and the United States with very little snow chances. As you can see, the big ridge continues over much of the United States and Canada because of this. And then going out further in time, this is now going into early February. Let's go. This is February. This is valid for February 4th. The GEFS is forecasting now a ridge to even develop now. The trough breaks down and a ridge could replace it over Alaska, with the ridging even now maybe starting over Greenland. Now, it's still showing a major ridge over Canada and the northern United States, but you can see this area right here in the western United States where possibly a deep trough could come down into the west, bringing lots of rain and mountain snow, flooding problems potentially into California. And I do expect a lot of mountain snow across all of the west and the Rocky Mountains, and a lot of rain too in the low areas, including the desert regions too of Arizona. Now, going even further out in time, let's go even beyond this. You can see the ridge continues over Alaska. This is now going into February 7th, February 8th, February 9th. You can see the ridge. The GEFS is still forecasting a ridge over Alaska, but it is trying to show a trough still lingering over Greenland, which is not ideal if you want to see colder weather into the United States. But you can see the GEFS is forecasting troughiness to develop across much of the west and southern United States by around February 9th. Now, this would bring some cooler weather, but I am not expecting it to be as cold as what we saw last week and 2 weeks ago. But I do expect a more cooler and snowier pattern to develop around February 10th, but not extreme by any means. And then just continuing the model out to the end of its cycle, going to the morning of February 11th. It's showing the troughiness across the southern United States, still some ridging across the east, the northeast, and eastern Canada. So beyond beyond February 10th, I do expect it to get colder and more snowier, but not as extreme as we saw 2 weeks ago, where we had snowstorms and temperatures reaching 30 below across the Dakotas and Montana. I do not expect it to get that cold, that extreme, but definitely down to average and even below average slightly in terms of temperature. And then I just want to show you guys what the GEFS is showing in terms of actual temperature anomalies. Let's go to the United States and then over to the temperature anomalies. We'll do the So today you could see above average temperatures pretty much everywhere and way above average across the eastern United States and eastern Canada. But going out in time into Sunday, Monday, let's go to February 1st. You can still see big ridging over Canada that's causing well above normal temperatures, possibly even 30 degrees Fahrenheit above normal across much of southern Canada, with temperatures still 10 to 15 degrees above normal across much of the northern United States, but could see some cooler weather in terms of average across the southeast, and then especially into the west. You'll see as we go into early February, as that trough digs into the west with all that rain and mountain snow, could see temperatures start going below average across the west and then even across the southeastern United States, while the upper Midwest and Great Lakes region and the Northeast still stay above average into early February, most likely. And then going out into around February 10th, this is pretty far in the future, but in general, the GEFS is still showing temperatures above average across much of the Midwest and Great Lakes region, with more below normal temperatures across the Southwest, Southern Plains, and into the Rocky Mountains. And that coincides with that cooler pattern I'm thinking might happen around the 10th, where we'll see more snow and below average temperatures, but not as extreme as what we saw a couple weeks ago. Now, I hope this video was informative. Just a quick video today looking at the future couple weeks, what's going on. Hope it was informative, and I hope you have a great day, everyone.